All right, guys, Shotty T here. It is officially here. We are in season 5 and gonna do a little bit of impersonator. It's the Wild Wild West. That's right. It is time. We are finally in this season. So this is the map for us. And we are in the upper left hand corner of the map as a server. It's gonna I was looking at it and then it just zoomed out. There we go. So we're in the upper left hand corner. Got 220 next to us. That's the server that had that epic battle with 263. And then we have 200 definitely directly across from them. So they're the two strongest servers in our grouping. So it makes sense that they're on polar opposite sides of each other. And then pretty much the alliances that are in the four corners are kind of like the four lower alliances in the server. So this was kind of discussed ahead of time, which is fine. We're just going to do our thing because most of the stuff, at least to this point, involve what you can do within your own server. And then, of course, you'll probably have some mixing up stuff later on as the season develops. And, of course, I will be here to do those videos. So let's go ahead and talk about the basics. So I kind of hinted on a lot of the stuff before. If you guys watch my season 2, 3, and 4 videos, some of the stuff is going to be the same, but season 5 has a little bit of a different twist to it. So I want to make sure that I get those nuances out. Now, some of you guys have probably already figured it out by now, for those, especially for those that started right when the season started and been pulling all-nighters like one of our guys, Mr. Chai, has done just to stay ahead of the game. That's just straight dedication. But I have to get my sleep. And plus, I'm currently at work right now. Hopefully, it's a slow week. So the objective, of course, you have your outside buildings. Now, these outside buildings do not first show up. So, of course, the first thing you have to do as your server is to make sure that you unlock this by doing whatever task you had to do to unlock this. And then once you unlock that, then you can officially unlock the Caffeine Institute. That's going to be your virus resistance building. Just like the other season, you had your protein, you had all the other, you had your main building that upgraded your resistance that helps your progress within the map. And then the thing that helps upgrade your Caffeine Institute is going to be coffee. And how do you get coffee? You get it from the coffee factory. So again, just like the other seasons, you have your buildings that upgrade the main buildings, and then the upgrading your coffee factory takes coffee beans, and you get coffee beans by, guess what? Killing the zombies. So you got your first bloods. I think it goes up to 60. So for every first blood Doom and Link you kill, you get your coffee beans, you get your coffee. So this is kind of helpful. And this the new thing for this season. Whatever Doom Walker that you kill as a first blood, whether it's a level 100 or whether it's a level 280, now that they have 280 unlocked, you get the same amount of coffee beans, which is 300,000. So you don't have to go all macho with your first blood in order to get the same amount of coffee beans. Now, I still go up to 260. I think that's the highest I can handle without help, because you still get the other resources that are at a higher level than at a lower Doomwalker. But you don't have to seek it all out. Sometimes if you want to go for me, if I want to go 240 or 250, that's fine. As long as I don't go too far out the way, because the key objective is to get the coffee beans at the end of the day. So you use that to upgrade the building. So these coffee bean buildings, again, they do not sprout up immediately. You have to upgrade them over time. So just like before, the objective is to upgrade each building to level 15, and it allows you to unlock another building to that. And of course, you got your weekly pass one, which is $4.99. And of course, I did do that. And I also did the season pass. I mean, that's up to you if you want to do that. You don't have to do that. That's just what I chose to do. I had it in my budget that I was going to spend money on the weekly pass as well as the season pass, which you got $9.99 for the first level of the season pass. And then the second level is $19.99. So $30 for the entire season pass. I've already got that out of the way. And you got your weekly pass, which is $5 a week. And of course, you don't have to do it every week, but it's, if you want to help with your coffee production, that's pretty much what I've been doing. Now, don't the main difference though, before you unlock each of these individual buildings, it requires you to kill zombies in the battlefield first. And it doesn't have to be the zombies that progress your stages. It can just be any zombie. It can be a zombie that you've already killed. So you can just kill a random level 1 zombie, and you kill 2 of them, it'll give you the gate to unlock these buildings. So right now, I'm on this coffee factory, and as you can see, you got that green arrow. It is ready to be upgraded. So the cool thing is, it's not costing, to this point, it haven't cost me any diamonds to upgrade these. So this helps your output coffee per hour, which helps this caffeine institute. So again, the caffeine institute, it helps with your resistance, but you notice that there's this icon. So what does this icon do? All right, I'm just going to show you. So what this does, you get coffee that's it's replenishable every day. So it's kind of like a stamina refill type of thing. You get you get 3 coffee per day. It's 1 per 8 hours. And you want to use it wisely. So it's good for those that want to manage their time on the game. So that's one thing that this season has started off. Now, of course, if you want to pull all-nighters to get ahead of the curve, that's totally fine, especially as long as you got probably 1 or 2 people in your alliance that's willing to do that. That's totally fine. And then you kind of ride their coattails a little bit. But I try to do my part as well. But you use this to help increase your resistance by 200. So I currently have that going on right now. And then you can use that to help get to that next level. And of course, the weekly pass that you have, it also gives you some virus resistance as well. So those are the 2 little things to help with your virus resistance. So there's another thing that's going to be helpful that we're bringing back out this season is, well, we're going to talk about the profession hall in a separate video, but let's talk about the tactic card. So what I've done is that I have, of course, the regular side tactic cards are back, and we'll probably go more in depth in a separate tactic card video. But what I did is that I took advantage of these core card level reset tokens, and the other core card that I had in my inventory that was in the second spot, I replaced that, and it was this one right. I think it was this one right here, because right now we're not fighting anyone, so we're not worried about bloody recovery. So we reset, we stripped all the EXP off of that, and now we're gonna apply this because this is going to help you early on reduce damage taken from monsters, and then by enhancing it using your profession EXP. And again, I don't recommend using profession EXP to upgrade this unless you're at the maximum level for your season. So in season 5, the cap is 100. So do not use this unless you're already at level 100. Otherwise, you want to focus on your EXP production and your profession hall, because that's more important. But this right here, this was one of the updates that the game gave a couple of weeks ago, where you get a chance to use this here to reduce damage from monsters. It used to be 5 minutes, or I think 6 minutes that you have to use this, but you gain 250 resistance and you take even less damage from monsters. So this is like the default one regardless, and then this number goes up based off how much you level up, which mine is at level 6, and it's a 4-hour cooldown. So whenever you use this, make sure you're using this when you're ready to fight either some doom elites of your own, or if you're about to handle a stronghold or a bank in this case, which we're going to be doing in a couple of hours, because there is this Trailblazer bank that's going to be unlocking in less than an hour. So obviously, well, actually we have to do a level 1 first. It's a level 1 that we have to do first. Yeah, so this Trailblazer bank, and this is our guy that's ahead of the curve right now. So you got to make sure you clear up all these zombies first. And actually, I could probably do that a little bit. So it's gonna require some stamina as usual. So make sure that you use your stamina wisely in spurts. And then once you do that, you take over these, and it can help you with your season currency. Another season building that we have is the Crystal Gold Shop. So Again, it's something that you unlock after you kill a couple of zombies. And then you unlock it, and then you click on here to buy stuff. So I've already bought some stuff. You get some coffee, which was pretty cool, and it looks like it refreshes every day. So and then you got some stuff that'll unlock over time, which these are going to be pretty cool whenever they unlock. And there's some other stuff we'll figure out when the season progresses. So the only thing that I didn't purchase were these, because I want to try to conserve this crystal gold as much as I can, especially if certain stuff refreshes in a day. So I think this is only for the one-time use for this season. We'll see after 12 hours, and then if that doesn't change, then I'll probably go ahead and buy that, because ultimately you're gonna need this type of stuff long term for your account after the season is over. So I'll eventually get that stuff. I want to make sure I focus on season specific objectives, and of course you got your verses going on in the background. But I mean, we're kind of by default beating the opponent so far, but the verses is not our main focus. The main thing is to progress. So that's like the basic objectives of the season. And then as you upgrade your caffeine institute, your resistance, make sure that you go to I'm not sure why this thing is hesitating. Yeah, make sure you go to your goals, and then you can collect these milestones. You get other little coffee beans. As you can see, Venom is going to be that hero that's going to be convertible later on. We'll see whenever that event happens. So there'll be a lot of stuff to cover. I'm excited to finally go over some new content for a change. So a lot of the videos I'm going to be posting moving forward is probably going to be mostly season related. I'll probably sprinkle some random topics here and there, especially when the exclusive weapons come out later on. We're definitely going to talk about that. I know I've had several people message me to do a second review of those once all of them are released. Then we're going to do a re-tiered ranking system, and probably even adjust the tiers that I've had before after experiencing them myself. So be on the lookout for that. And then the last thing we're going to look at here for this video, because there's a lot of stuff, are you have these things now. So visually, there's basically like your trucks. You have the covered wagons, the Wild West theme. So you kind of think that. I think I'm going to change my avatar as well to kind of be more Wild West related. Still going to have the Black Panther. That's kind of like my iconic icon. So we're just going to use that for that. But the thing about these plunders now is that you have these whiskeys. Now, this is going to be more useful in week 2. But you might as well stash up now. I think, I can plunder this person. So why not? We're looking at you. Well, he's already been plundered. What about you? What is your power? Can I handle you? I don't think so. I cannot handle this person. So I'll get that 4th plunder before the end of the day. But that turkey skin that I talked about, it gives you that extra slot to plunder for folks. But I think they give you an extra one by default going into the season, even without it. But even having that turkey thing, you also get that. And that also reminds me of one other quick thing I just want to at least tell people about. I don't think we have anyone in our alliance that has the turkey skin, but we got neighbors that do. So we're just going to mosey on, use our little Western jargon. I got to find out where this alliance is, where their center is located. So that way I can locate one of those turkey skins, and then you can like those turkey skins for that free speed ups every day. So don't forget about that, whatever your season building is. I think in season 4, it's the dog. Season 3 is the cat. And season 2, it is the ice mountain. So make sure you like 10 of those bases each day. So I have to work on finding out where those bases are within our immediate super. Actually, I don't even think I've crossed our territory. I just thought about that. We're not in their territory yet. Now we're in 220. No wonder I couldn't see it. All right, so let's see if we can find some turkeys to like real quick. Where are your turkeys? Everybody like that motorcycle, which is pretty cool. Like, that motorcycle is a pretty cool thing. But I'm trying to find some turkeys. I'm going to find these turkeys, and then we're going to go ahead and end this video. I want to make sure that you guys are aware of this thing here. because like I said, everything else is pretty much the same. So I want to, I don't see the turkeys. There we go. There's a turkey. So there you go. You hit that like button and you get your speed ups. You get 10 of these per day. I'm going to go ahead and share that with the Alliance there. So, all right. And I'm pretty sure a lot of people probably forgot about that. Like for speed ups. Let's see. Let's go ahead and type that in here. Okay. And we'll probably copy that same message and share it with the world as well. Okay. All right. So cool. So again, we're going to have some other stuff we're going to talk about. We're going to talk about the profession hall because I don't want to make this particular video too long. So we'll talk about the profession hall updates. We'll talk about the tactic card updates. Probably do that in one video so that we can get that. And then there's going to be some other buildings later on that's going to be developable, but you have to get this building to like level 60. So it's going to be a while before that gets to level 60. So it's kind of irrelevant. And then the protectors, we're going to talk about the protectors as well. We'll probably cover that all in one video, as well as the rewards for the season. So probably two more videos to cover all the other nuances that we have for season 5. But that'll do it, guys. Like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell notification, and I'll talk to you later.